Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of C programming. In the previous video, we have done the introduction to dynamic memory allocation. In this video, we'll learn the first function by using which you can allocate memory dynamically, that is malloc. Okay, so why actually malloc is required? So if you'll consider one example, okay, now the best part is suppose you have decided, you have means you five friends have decided to go for a movie. Okay, and whenever in the ticket counter you are buying the ticket, you have heard that the five consecutive seats are not available. Even if seats are available in the entire hall, but five consecutive seats are not available. That means you will deny, no, we will not watch the movie because the seats are not available consecutively. Okay. Same thing, malloc works. That means whenever you are requesting for memory, malloc always provides consecutive memory blocks. Okay. Now suppose in the entire hall, let us assume this is the seat arrangement in the movie theater. Okay. And every seat is having a number. Okay. Out of that, let us consider these seats are already blocked. These are already blocks. Okay. So whenever you are buying the ticket, what happens actually? The the ticket counter person checks as per your request कि you have to give five consecutive blocks of seats. Now it will check one is free, two is also free, but three is not free. That means consecutive seats are not there. So it will ignore one and two. Then it will go to five. Five is also vacant. Six is vacant, but as seven is not vacant, that means consecutive seats are not available. Then it will check 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, these five blocks are available. So it will allocate these five blocks to you and it will only return the starting seat number. That means anybody who is buying the tickets will get seat number 8. So what we will do, you will go to seat number 8 and then consecutively five seats you will sit over there. Okay, this is what the application of my malloc. That means whenever you are going for the allocation or memory allocation by using malloc always provides you the memory blocks consecutively. Okay, now this is what the reason why. The reason is, now whenever you are allocating memory, you need a single contiguous block of memory of a specified size. That means you need five seats, you need at a time continuously the seats, then malloc is used. Okay. So what you will do, you are requesting for a specified number of bytes, and in return, you are getting a address of the beginning of the allocated block. We have also discussed that from seat number 8 will be returned as you need 5. So 9, 10, 11, 12, all 5 blocks are yours. Okay. So only you have to return the beginning of the allocated blocks. Okay. Now, if you'll go for the syntax of malloc, how actually malloc works. So let us see through the example. Okay. So you need to write data type star the variable name. Okay. So that means if you want to understand dynamic memory allocation, you have to be comfortable with the concept of pointer. If you don't know what is pointer, then refer to the previous videos of pointer, write some more programs, understand this perfectly, and then come to this particular video because pointer has an important role in dynamic memory allocation. Okay. Now, what you need, you have to write this variable name. Okay. Then, whatever the data type you have written, the same data type star, then the keyword you have to use malloc, and here you have to specify the size of memory, how much you need. Okay, so the data type star is only for the typecasting. Okay, so what type of value you want to store. Done. Now for example, suppose I am writing integer star ptr. Okay, now ptr equal to integer star malloc 12. That means what? Now 12 bytes of memory will be allocated because you have requested for 12 bytes. So what it will do? It will allocate you 12 bytes of memory. Okay, ranging from 0 to 11. Okay, or you can say, suppose your starting memory location is 2500, then 2501 up to 2511. The memory location is allocated. So in the entire 12 bytes, whatever you have requested, you got that memory. You can store three integer values. Okay, but if you want 12 integer values, then it is not supporting because you have requested for only 12 bytes. Okay, but if you need more, if you need some more value to be stored by using malloc, then what you need to do, you have to take the input ki how many values actually you need. For example, let us see this integer star ptr. Along with that, I'll take the input how many total number of values I want to store. I'll take the input printf enter total number of values. How many number of values I want to store. Okay. Then accordingly, what I'll do, I'll take the input total. So which type of value I want to store? I want to store integer type. Okay. So what we'll do here, you'll write ptr equal to data type star. What is the data type? Integer star. Then malloc. I want total number of blocks. Okay, but each block will store what? Integer value. So I have to write into size of int. That means whatever the size of integer value, clear, multiplied with the total number of values will be my total given size. For example, suppose I have taken input for 6 number of values. So that means 6 into size of int is 4. That means the total is 24 bytes of memory will be allocated. Okay. If I'll take this one as 10, so it will become 10 into 4, 40 bytes will be allocated. So that means as per my requirement, whatever I have given as the total number of values I'll store, accordingly the memory will be allocated. Okay, this is what my malloc or the working principle of malloc. But how actually we'll access all the values of malloc, we have to write down some examples. Clear? So if I'll write the example, how to write. Okay, so let us check. You have to store multiple values by using malloc and you have to access it. Okay, so I need to declare like we have done right now a pointer variable and the total number of values I want to store. Also, I want to store one by one. So first of all, I have to ask the user, enter total number of values you want to store. So whenever I'll take the input, so I'll be sure that this will be my total number of values. Okay. Now I'll allocate memory dynamically. How to store? Now pointer variable equal to data type star, then the keyword malloc, then I'll write down total into which type of value I want to store. Now I want to store integer type, so size of integer. Whatever may be the size of integer my system is supporting. Like already we have discussed in our data type video, that size of integer varies from system to system. If it is a 32-bit operating system, the size of integer is 2 byte. If it is a 64-bit operating system, the size of integer will be 4 byte. So now we are not worrying about the size of integer. Whatever may be the size of integer, accordingly it will be multiplied with my requirement and the memory will be allocated. Okay. But the interesting concept is here. The first example that we have given, कि if your 5 friends consecutive seats are not available, then you are not watching the movie. So whenever you will come back, your parents will ask or any of your friends will ask, what reason you will give? You will give seats are not available. Okay, so that means if consecutive memory blocks are not available as per your requirement, then it will return null. And how to check that one? You have to check the status of PTR. If PTR equal to null, that means it will give you the memory message, memory is not available. Okay, else memory is available and the starting block is now present with PTR. Clear? Now what I need to do, I need to take the input. So index equal to 0, index less than total index plus plus. Okay, done. So I'll ask the user printf enter value. Now see which variable is keeping the address. PTR is keeping the address. Okay, so whenever I'll store the value by using scanf, I need an address and that address is stored in a variable that is my PTR, and then I have to write plus index. So what will happen? The first index will be 0. PTR is pointing to the starting location. So the starting location address, if you'll do some raw for, you can understand in this entire memory block, whatever memory is the starting. Suppose this is 1000 is the starting one, but we got the memory at 1050. The next one will be 1054. Next time will be 1058, 1062, 1066. Okay, after that also memory are used. So I need to use all these 5 consecutive blocks if my total is currently 5. Okay, so what will happen here? This 1050 is returned to PTR. PTR is containing 1050. So whenever I'll store value, I need to provide the memory location. I am providing 1050. Index is initially 0. So whatever the value I'll provide, suppose I'll provide value 25. So 25 will go to the memory location 1050. After that, index will be plus plus 1 less than 5, true. Again come 1000 plus 1050 plus 1. 1050 plus 1 is what? Already this kind of calculation you have done in the video of array and pointer. Okay, you watch the video, you will get a lot of knowledge from that video how array and pointer works. So 1050 plus 1 means the next block 1054. So you are providing 1054 location where I can store this value. Suppose I am giving 50. So 50 will go to 1054. When index will become 2, 1050 plus 2 will be 1058. Sequentially, I am storing the value. When my index will become 5, 5 less than 5 false. Before that, already I have stored the value by using the PTR. Now same thing, if I am writing PTR plus index as the address, how to access the value? Only I need to put star over here. Okay, and all these things we have already discussed where in the concept of array and pointer. Okay, so you can watch that video so that you will be more clear about this concept. Okay, now once the input is over, you need to display the value. Again, the same for loop. It's not about 5, it's about total. And what we have decided? We have decided to print the value star ptr plus index. Okay, because ptr plus index is providing the address. So if I'll put star before that, I'll get the values. Okay, so let us save the file. Okay, so this is undeclared. We need to write down the header file. Let us check this one. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake over here, size of. Okay, it happens while writing the program in live. Some error will be there. So you have to enter the total number of values. Suppose I want to store 7 number of values. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. And these are the values. Okay. Simple concept, malloc. Clear? Now, one thing we are sure about here, कि whenever you are declaring dynamic or you are using going for dynamic memory allocation by using malloc, you have to provide the size as per the requirement. And given size means the number of bytes you want to allocate. Data type star means it will return the pointer to the beginning of the allocated memory block if successful. Otherwise, null. Okay, and this is what the example that we have already discussed through program. So my suggestion is what you have to watch the video of array and pointer first. Once you will get to know the concept, then you can watch this video so that you can interrelate. Any number of array programs you have done, all programs you can convert by using dynamic memory allocation so that it will be much more convenient and flexible. Okay, so I hope you will write some more program for your benefit only. Thank you everyone for watching this video.